What up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are back again for another review. This is Married to Medicine, you guys, season 9, episode 4. The episode is titled Party Foul. Ooh, was it ever a party foul? Alright, you guys, so before we just jump into the episode review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, then I'm gonna need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, turning on your post notifications, sharing the video, and with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Married to Medicine, shall we? I already got some, my tongue is blue because I'm drinking some Powerade. But hey, this episode we pick up where we last left off with Heavenly's intervention that Contessa, Simone, and Toya put on, right? So you guys remember when Heavenly was walking out, she called Heavenly called Simone a flip-flopping bitch. Her words and not mine. She said, you set this shit up with Toya's dumb ass. It's the way Toya always catches a stray bullet from Heavenly. Because Toya don't even mention Heavenly sometimes, and Heavenly just reads into her ass. So Heavenly ended up leaving the party, right? Now, before I came on camera, I was watching Watch What Happens Live. Oh, Lord. Contessa, she shaded the shit out of Heavenly. I mean, she shaded the shit out of Heavenly. I gotta say that. So, Quad was saying it is an ambush. And I have to be honest with you guys. I agree with Quad. This was a bit of an ambush. But I mean, it's an intervention. I mean, most people, when it comes to an intervention, they don't know what's going on. They're surprised. So Heavenly then calls Jackie up, and she said she was outside and she wasn't going to come back inside. So not Heavenly, but Jackie went outside where Heavenly was, right? So Heavenly's saying, she's mad at me, but she ain't mad at her husband. And ouch, I just bit my tongue. So I tweeted this, you guys. Yes, she's mad at you, and she can be mad at him at the same time. And here's where my thinking process comes in when it comes to the situation with Heavenly and with Contessa. Granted, Contessa made that her storyline last season, right? We know that Contessa made that her storyline. I think the biggest issue is when you think about it. Heavenly is on YouTube. She's doing these YouTube lives, and she's talking to people who don't know Contessa. We as the viewers, we are only seeing an hour, less than that. We're seeing about 40 plus minutes of 3 to 4 months of filming, right? And then they condensed it down. They filmed them pretty much, I think they filmed them all. They have a set schedule. So they probably filmed them for probably anywhere from 8 to 10 hours probably, right? And then they take what they filmed with them, they condense it down into a 40-minute episode, so we don't see everything that really happens throughout the day. We don't see every moment with them. And I think the biggest issue with Contessa is, and I think she even mentioned this, she kind of mentioned this on Watch What Happens Live, because she said this before I even tweeted it. The issue is Heavenly has a deeper relationship with Contessa. She knows Contessa. We don't know Contessa that well. Like I just said a few minutes ago, we only know what we see from the television, from the show. That's all we know from Contessa. Contessa also feels like it's girl code. But again, I can see both sides of the coin. Heavenly's thing is, it was on the show, I talked about it. Contessa is, yes, it's on the show, but you're my friend, and you're talking to virtual strangers about things that, talking about virtual strangers about your friends. So I mean, I can see both sides of the coin. I literally can. So I'm not on Heavenly's side, and I'm not on Contessa's side either. I'm square in the middle with both of them. So Simone and Quad, they going back and forth with each other at one point. But Simone brought up a very valid point. Simone brought up a good point, because she was talking, remember last season when we were in the pandemic and Quad, posted that picture of her, in her, the ass picture, and Heavenly put the emoji up, and you remember Quad said she thought it was a stinky emoji, which I don't know how she thought that was a stinky emoji, but okay. And you remember she went left on Heavenly, and I actually saw that when it happened. I saw it on I saw it in the blogs when it happened, when she went off on her. But Quad is saying, she had had a conversation with Heavenly before that, so she went off on her. I'm like, that makes no sense. But hey, you go off. Now the thing that I will say about Quad is, girl, you going off on her, you're defending Heavenly, but Heavenly said that about you, and she said you were sleeping with a married man. But Mariah said things about you, and you didn't forgive her. I'm just gonna put that right there, and I'm just gonna let that stay. We're gonna move on. I'm not gonna dig too deep into Quad and Mariah because I don't care enough to dredge that shit up from the past. Let's pause here and let's move forward. You guys, I'm gonna do it like I did last week. I am going to include Toya and Anila in one scene because those two, the same part of a coin. They're the same side of a coin. So Toya went down to Simone's office, right? So they're talking about the intervention. Simone feels like the energy it was okay until Anila got there, and once Anila got there, the energy kind of shifted. I was like, you don't say. Anila's energy is what shifted it. Okay. I mean, I'll play on long. I don't know. Now, you guys, did you? I don't know if I heard this correctly, but did Toya call Anila an idiot? I think she called her an idiot. And I'm like, girl, pot, meat cattle. So then Anila, she and Heavenly are out. So they are talking about it. So Anila is asking Heavenly, like, so girl, why were you laughing? And in a sense, it was kind of like a nervous laugh because Heavenly felt caught off guard by the situation. She was like, when it comes to like Toya's dumbass, I expected it. Simone, I expected, but Contessa, I didn't expect that. Like, if you feel this way, call me up. Okay, I mean, I get it, and I will say I do get what Heavenly is saying. I also get Contessa. Contessa saying she felt that was the most effective way to get to Heavenly, show her what she said, so that way she can kind of, I guess, look at it and be like, damn, I said this about my friends, let me take that back. Heavenly's thing is, if you feel this way, you have my phone number, call me. I get that too. So again, middle. Now Heavenly, I didn't agree with Heavenly when she sat there and said that somebody told her that Eugene said that Toya was the biggest mistake the biggest mistake he made. I wasn't here for that. So then they do talk about this situation because not Contessa, but Anila told Heavenly that Quad was defending her, but Quad doesn't like the fact that she said that she was sleeping with a married man. So Heavenly says that there is the rumor is already out there, and they bleeped out the woman, whoever the woman is that said it. They bleeped out her name. I'm like, Heavenly, this is your friend. Even if the rumor is out there, which I never heard it, even if the rumor is out there, don't repeat it on camera. You're mic'd up. Don't say that shit. But she said it. I was like, oh girl, that's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. Unfortunately, it's gonna come back to bite you in your butt. But let's pause here, you guys, and let's move forward. All right, you guys, so next up, let's talk about Contessa. So you guys remember that contestants got opened up their practice last year, right? Well, the practice has been open for 1 full year, and she and Scott are working out of the practice, and she has a patient there who's a former NFL player. And this is one of the things that I do love about Married to Medicine is that we get the drama with the ladies, but then we also get some medical stuff spliced in, especially within the Black community. And looking at this guy, he's very physical. He's a good-looking guy, physically fit, but he's had surgery, and he's forgetting things, and it's like on the outside, from the outside looking in, he looks like he is the most healthiest. He is just physically fit. He's healthy and everything. But when you think about people who play football and all those hits that they take to the body, you know, we as Americans, football, you know, football is America's pastime. And those people go out there, they get on the field, they make millions and millions of dollars, and they play at our, you know, at our expense, right? But when they retire, most of those men, most men in the NFL, they have a, I mean, the NFL is a short shelf life. Like, I have a friend that played in the NFL. He played for the 49ers. He played for a few years, and he's no longer playing football. And even when I think back to when we were in high school, he had so many injuries throughout our entire high school, our 4 years in high school. He was injured every year, every year, every year. And when you just literally think about football, yes, people enjoy it, but you got to think about what that does to those men's bodies. All those pads and just ramming into each other. You know, people have CTE. People also, and also a lot of them have so many joint issues. Like, they retire in their 30s, right? But then when they retire, they have the body of someone who is in their 80s and 90s. Like, I could not imagine. And for a lot of our people, they do football to escape from poverty and whatnot. You escape from poverty. You escape from being, you know, you escape from everything that brings black people down, right? But then you get into the NFL and you have concussions, like I said, brain problems, memory loss, joints that don't work like they should for a 30 and 40-year-old man. You have the joints of someone who is in their 80s and their 90s. It's just, whew. If I have a son, my son will never, and I mean, if I have a son, my son will never play football. My son is never going to play football. He can run track. He can play basketball. He can play soccer. Well, don't want to play. He can play soccer. I don't want you to play any kind of contact sport. Hockey, no. If he says, Daddy, I want to play hockey, you're not doing it. I'm not letting that happen. I'm not doing that to, I wouldn't do that to my kids. When my kids won't play if my kid want to play basketball, any sport, I will support you in any sport except for football. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Won't happen. So let's pause here, you guys, and let's move forward. You guys, Anila, her solo scene. Anila annoyed me in her solo scene. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, because she's talking about so you guys know Miss Gomez left last week's episode, and now she's dealing with life without Miss Gomez. And I'm like, girl, what were you doing before you had Miss Gomez? And the things she's talking about, I have to wake the kids up, I have to take this school, one in this school, this one in that school. Girl, that's what a mother does. You're talking about the day in the life of you're talking about the average day in the life of a mother. And I can't have any kind of empathy for Anila. You got a husband. Most women are single mothers raising their kids. And, you know, you do have people out who are married, but majority of women are single mothers raising their kids. Girl, what do you want? A treat, a cookie, or what? What do you want? I ain't feel shit for Anila, you guys. I just gotta keep it real with you guys. I ain't feel nothing for Anila. She called her mama up talking about it's so hard. Let's move on. Alright, you guys, next up, let's talk about Heavenly. So Heavenly was talking to Damon before going to Simone's party. And she was telling Damon about what happened the last time she went to Contessa's, how they set up the intervention for her. And I like how Damon, I mean, okay, buddy, he just talks to her. So, buddy, you really got to think about, like, how you say, what you say to people and how you say it. You can't really control how people respond to you. You can't control if people get mad, which that is true. Like I said earlier, you guys, I get Heavenly. I can see Heavenly's point of view, and I can see Contessa's point of view. But kind of how we say when you say something to somebody, you can't control their reaction to you, right? So Heavenly has said these things about her friends, right? She said these things about her friends. So you can't then say, oh, well, since I wouldn't take, if Toya's talked about my house, and Toya and Mariah, when Mariah said your house needs to be pressure washed, that shit was like, that shit is funny. But Heavenly might not have found that shit funny, right? So you can't really, if you can't dictate how a person responds to you, you can't dictate how a person feels about things that you say. And I think that's what Heavenly just needs to get. Like, you can say these things about your friends, but you can't, if you yourself wouldn't get mad if you heard your friend saying it, that doesn't mean that they can't get mad about it. So that's it, you guys. Let's pause here and finish the episode up. So Simone is having a Halloween party. So everyone is going to be at the Halloween party with the exception of contestants. So Scott showed up. Scott forgot that he's supposed to say that she was he said she was studying, but he said that's not really the reason why she ain't coming. But we know the reason why she's not coming is because Heavenly's there. Now Toya, you and Eugene, I don't know who told you to. Your child was Beyonce and Jay-Z. Girl, she was wearing Adidas, but girl, you couldn't find no Ivy Park. Okay, Toya. Now, Anila and Kieran showed up. Oh, Simone was an old rich bitch. I don't know what that is, but hey. Simone was an old rich bitch. And then Kieran and Anila showed up. Baby, y'all really put a lot of effort into that costume hunt to rent out a U-Haul van and to make those customized jumpsuits for Toya and Eugene. Why? Why? So Eugene was offended, and I mean, you and Toya do move a lot. I'm sorry, y'all do move a lot. So I mean, I get he's upset, but damn, it is the truth though. Y'all do move quite a lot. So Heavenly pulled Quad to the side, and she apologized to Quad. Quad forgave her, but she said if she does it again, that's it. So then we in the episode and we see the men, so they go ask Thorne. Now Cecil, he thought that this shit was funny. Curtis didn't think that the shit was funny, but Cecil said, when they went ask Thorne, he thought at first that it was funny, but once, Eugene told him how he felt, he saw Eugene's side. He feels like Kieran should apologize. So Kieran does show up. Kieran does apologize, but he said the shit was funny. So you're sticking in it. You're sticking with it. Okay. So he says, you know what? I'll be the dullest motherfucker around here. Ooh. Eugene said, don't call me no motherfucker. I was like, oh. Okay. Ooh. The shit is about to go down, you guys. I don't think it is. I think they're going to be able to move past it, but that was... Despite, I mean, you guys know I love a good Toya shade as much as the next person, right? I don't understand why, and then Toya and Anila did talk. I just don't understand why Anila felt the need to wear it. Like, girl, Toya? Baby, I'm not finna give Toya no time of day to make her be like, oh, you thinking about me. Nah, babe, I ain't. Girl, because it literally look like you are upset. Not obsessed, but it look like you are thinking about Toya. Girl, Toya be the last person I think of. Toya? Toya Bush Harris. Hell no. And y'all literally rented a U-Haul van to land a joke to once again, I'm gonna say it. It's Toya we're talking about. Toya. You landed a joke nah, baby. Toya of all, nah. Wouldn't have been me. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn your post notifications on and share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. You guys socially distance. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys tomorrow. So you guys know I am going to be... I gotta breathe when I say this. So I am going to be going live tomorrow with my review for Basketball Wives, you guys. So nervous about this. Not really. I'm not really nervous. I'm not nervous. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for Basketball Wives. Have a good night, you guys.